Hey guys, Dave with Moniology here. Hope everyone is having a great day. Today is July 23rd, 2019, and this is the shipping sector review for the premium preview. So, I wanted to cover this sector because this, along with a couple of other sectors that I've been noticing of late, are starting to break out of multi-year downtrends. Solar has been one of them. We've profiled that in the previous video. Another one that I'm starting to look at and find really interesting is oil and gas. A lot of the ETFs right now are starting to break out. So stay tuned. Rather, they're not starting to break out, but they're starting to base and have positive divergence and are creating the necessary steps for a very nice breakout. So we'll cover those in future videos. But for shipping sector right now, which is somewhat related to oil and energy, because that's one of the primary items that are shipped. Uh, you'll see that a lot of these names are in really good shape and are uh, in the process of basing or breaking out of long-term downtrends. And so there could be some great opportunities. I encourage you to do your own personal due diligence on the fundamental basis of buying any of these names. But from a technical charting perspective, this is what I want to show you. So let's take a look at what's taking place. So here's the chart list here. If I'm missing any names that you think that should be on this particular watch list, please let me know in the show notes on YouTube or catch me on StockTwits or on Twitter at Moniology. But these are the names that have some of the strongest momentum right now that are rated by the SCTR ratio. There's some other names that I'll cover here, but without further ado, let's get started. So Genco shipping and trading. So this one has been basing, as you see, since basically 2016. And what I am noticing right now is some positive divergence. You see, there's a double top right now in price around 1075 or so, but momentum is much higher today than last time around. I'll just quickly point that out. You see the price here, price there, but momentum is higher today than it was back last time around. So this one's setting up for a really strong move. If it breaks above this trend line here at 61, I could see this making a move, target a move towards 20. So some very nice upside here. On its own, I wouldn't necessarily think so much of this particular chart. However, when you look at this in the context of what's taking place in the overall shipping sector, I think one can be pretty confident that this sector is ready to move. Okay, so here's Scorpio Tankers STNG. This one here, and you know what? Let's draw this out here. Hang on a second. All right, so there you go. Okay, so here's Scorpio Tankers, and it's also double topping here and here around a 31 level. But notice the difference in momentum here versus last time around. That's another signal that that the sector that this particular name wants to break out. So above 31, there's a lot of upside here. And this is, if you don't own this right now, this would be a great risk reward entry. Breakout above 30 and with a stop loss short just below that right there is a good risk reward. You see the moving averages serving as support. Here's Frontline. Frontline is consolidating currently above the 50, which is very, very important. And notice this rounding base since 2016. Once that breaks above the neckline, roughly between 8.5 and 9, I mean this can run really hard. I think 14 would be a really nice area to target, and then possibly 20. But again, this goes to show you that it's consolidated right now, and it's still next to its highs. So it made a move right now towards that 8, close to 9 area, and we couldn't stay above that 69 level of momentum. We tried again. We basically had negative divergence between here and here, a lower momentum on the higher high, and so we pulled back. But we didn't pull back all that much. Yet momentum really has consolidated through time, and it looks like now we're setting up for that move higher in Frontline. I really like this name. Here's TK Tankers, TNK, another rounded base right now. And so it might need some time to consolidate here. You had some negative divergence between these 2 points. So it might take a couple more weeks, but as soon as this breaks out above 150, I mean, this is going to make a run towards that $3 area. So some really nice upside here. DHT Holdings, this one rounded base has broke out already. Couple of frankly about a year ago, and you see the type of move that took place. So broke out above that 4.8 neckline. It's at 6 already, and it's well on its way towards 7, finding support at that 61 RSI level. So really like this name, and it's likely got a lot of upside ahead. Here's TK Corp TK, and this one hasn't really bottomed so well. It broke to new lows in 2019, but now it's starting to rise again and getting ready to break above this downtrend. Notice it already broke above the downtrend in momentum. It's well above the 50 RSI level right here, and so once this breaks this point, that's your buy trigger with a price target of around 10.5. Dorian LPG, this one has been basing since 2016. Finally broke above that 9 neckline here, and it made a run towards 10. It's pulled back some, and it's probably just consolidating for a move higher towards that 12.5, 13 area. So there's a lot of upside here for LPG, and breaks 1250, and then it's going to make a run towards that 1750 area. Scorpio Bulkers SALT. This one's been in downtrend as well, and finally broke right over here. And but notice it broke momentum downtrend quite a while ago. Broke out here, back tested. So if you bought at 571, rode it all the way down to $4. That was a frustrating move down. However, the back test was not broken, and that's very, very promising. So if you had the opportunity to buy here on that back test, that's very, very good risk reward entry. And now we broke above that neckline with a price target of 10. Save Bulkers SB, another one of those that broke above the downtrend here, and you've got the 13-week moving average crossing above 26, and again momentum broke a while ago at about 135. So there's some really nice upside towards that $4 area. MATX, another one with a very large rounded bottom since 2014 or beginning of 2015, frankly, and it looks like it's getting set to break above 41. Already broke above the RSI level momentum. So our price target here is 49. We really like this name because it's one of the larger names in the space, so it presents a little bit better risk reward. Triton International TRTN, beautiful cup and handle pattern here. This is one of our favorite charts in the sector. Look at this rounded bottom here, and we've been consolidating here for the better part of 2 years, and now it's getting ready to break. So the first target here is 37, which would be quite a nice move. But since we broke already above the momentum trend line, I expect this 37 level to break to the upside, and then you're going to see some really nice gains thereafter. OSG, Overseas Ship Holding Group. This one, similar type of downtrend, already broke out of that downtrend on the momentum. We back tested it successfully here, and that would have been a great place to buy on the successful back test. And now we're testing that 50 level right now. So break above that, and this one's really going to fly. First short-term price target around 270, followed by around that 4 area. You're going to see some resistance around here, and then I think ultimately we're going to see a move towards that 575 range. Nordic American Tanker Shipping, NAT. This one I like because it hasn't really moved all that much, but this has got perhaps the most attractive positive divergence. Look at this basing pattern between here and here, and yet momentum has just moved. Momentum was not basing; it was just building a stair-step pattern higher, and now it's setting up for a move above the 50. Notice this downtrend here also kind of broke out through time. And so we kind of back tested here, and I think a move above this level brings us back towards that 3 level, which would be a nice sizable move. But I think the powerful move would be what happens once we break above that level. Kirby Corp, KEX, is another one that broke broke out of its downtrend, and now it's kind of consolidating in a bullish flag, bullish wedge kind of formation. We broke below the 50 RSI, but now we're curling back higher. So a move back above the 50 level will prove to be very bullish. Move towards 87.5 is a high probability at this point, and a move towards 95 is something that I would look for as well. Here's Seaboard Corp SEB, and kind of a messy chart here, but kind of extended cup and handle here. This would be the handle, and I think it's getting set up towards a break. You see it struggling around that 50 level, but as soon as it breaks higher, I think it's going to make a move back towards that 4,600 level. GLOG, GLOG, not to be confused with Google here, but this has been in a downtrend since, frankly, it's been in an uptrend since 2016, but it's been in a basing consolidation since that point. It's been a downtrend since late 2018, and it's getting set up right now to break right here. And notice it already broke above the momentum downtrend, and I think it's setting up for a really nice move towards 22. And above that point, I mean, there's tremendous blue sky ahead. Navigator Holdings, NVGS, another one with a very nicely delineated downtrend that looks to be getting prepared to be broken. Here's the momentum downtrend. Every time we've hit this, we've fallen back so far, but perhaps this time is different. So keep an eye on this one, because a break above this area would give us a price target of 16 as the first price target. Here's Textainer Group Holdings, TGH. This one I like. It's just got a very, very nice consolidation here above that 9 level. And while we've been consolidating, we've been building a firm stair-step divergence higher, and then we're getting set to break this area here. So if once we break that, I think a move towards 14, possibly 16, definitely in the cards. Diana Shipping, DSX, another downtrend broken here, broken on the momentum. Momentum downtrend broken as well. We're above the 61 level here, and it looks like we're consolidating for a move higher towards that $5 range. Euronav NV EURN, very, very long basing consolidation pattern here since 2016. And it looks like it's setting up for a move higher. We're consolidating now firmly above the 50 RSI level after a successful backtest. And so a move towards 1025 is definitely in the cards. If it breaks the neckline thereafter, then the next move is 1350. Global Ship Lease, GSL, another one that's kind of in this, broke out above this downtrend over here, and now it's making a run towards that 1250 range. It back tested the 61 level, and I think that this one is ready to run as soon as it breaks above 70. It can move fast. C-SPAN Corp SSW, beautiful rounded bottom here with a very nice neckline around that 1050 area. You've got this bottoming action as while we're consolidating, and coiling frankly above the 50 RSI is very powerful. And now we're consolidating below the 61 level, so we're getting set to break much higher. Our price target here is 1550. Finally on the watch list is TKNK Partners, and there are a lot of TKs here. I'm not sure what TK stands for. That's probably fairly obvious, but well, I don't know what it is. Maybe perhaps someone can inform me. But nonetheless, I like the setup here. It's bottom here on 1050 area, and now it's got nice positive divergence around that 1527, 1580 with higher highs in momentum, and it looks like it's getting set to make a run towards that 21 level. So not the best setup here. We've seen better, but nonetheless, it's definitely one that presents a good opportunity, as do many others on this watch list. So guys, let me know what you think. I appreciate your support, and definitely love your feedback. Have a great week.